On August 12, 2013, a year to the day after the assault, I arrived in Steubenville for the first time. It was nearing twilight. The highway was lined with oak trees. I could hear crickets singing and smell the remnants of a recent rainstorm on the breeze. Having read the news stories, I expected an ugly place, gritty and unforgiving. But the landscape was lush and serene. We entered on a beautiful mini suspension bridge over the Ohio River. For a moment, I was transported to my teenage years outside of Philadelphia, and the liminal melancholy that accompanies the end of the summer, the lead up to school starting. The surroundings felt familiar to me. I sighed. Then, out of the corner of my eye, I spotted a sign directing visitors to Lover's Lane at Steubenville, and I was jolted from my memory into this very real moment. There was nothing romantic about this place or what led me here. 1 year earlier. Death Valley, roll, Red, roll! A packed crowd roared Steubenville High School's Big Red rally cry. Coach Reno Sakach called a play. The squad huddled behind the line of scrimmage. They fell into formation and charged. A crush of bodies leaned in from the stands. Students, teachers, townspeople, and parents. So many parents. Moms with slashes of dark lip liner and frosted highlights pumped fists in the air, then yanked up their low-rise jeans. Dads hunched forward in nylon sports jerseys, alert to every signal and stutter step on the field, their breath rising and falling with the rhythm of downs. Go Big Red! Roll, Red, roll! There was a sense of something riding on this game, above and beyond a few casual bets. In fact, one local man would soon be arrested, charged, and forced to forfeit $1,526,104 by the FBI for running an illegal gambling operation, a recurring reality of the culture's fiber here. But no salaries or contracts were on the line. The fans were not drunk and belligerent. In fact, there was no alcohol, except perhaps for a few tall boys snuck in by brash students and recent grads, slinking around the bleachers. Although the lights shone bright from the 6-figure jumbotron and the stands were rocking, this was high school football. Yet the laser focus in the eyes of the spectators suggested an investment beyond the outcome of the season's second scrimmage. Big Red was coming off of a 10-1 season the previous year, with promising young players rising up the ranks. These boys were the soul of the town. Its mood rose and fell with each play. Elation, devastation, success, failure. This was Friday Night Lights without the Texas sparkle and Hollywood tune-up. This was Rust Belt, Ohio. The multi-million-dollar stadium, known regionally by the nickname Death Valley, demonstrated something larger at work, too. Deep pockets supported the football program and left Steubenville's South 4th Street, its main street, and downtown to fall into disrepair. Originally completed in 1930 for $45,000, Harding Stadium, its official name, enjoyed regular upgrades. In 1948, the Big Red Booster Club improved the lighting system. In 1966, they expanded capacity from 4,800 to 10,000 seats. In 1977, even as the town's economy began to falter, this became the first Ohio high school stadium to have mic'd referees. In the 1980s, there was a notable lull as Steubenville felt the full brunt of the steel mills closing and unemployment rose. But by the 1990s, they were back in action, adding updated irrigation, lighting, and sound systems, as well as a new scoreboard with video replay capacity. The aughts saw almost yearly renovations, including the addition of their new Daktronics video board. This year, in 2012, they had just laid down new elevated AstroTurf and upgraded the lighting again. The unpolished but state-of-the-art facilities boasted an extensive weight room, cryo tanks, and massage tables. On top of the jumbotron reared a giant, fire-breathing horse called Man-O-War, first erected in 1970. The notably well-endowed stallion erupted into flames with every touchdown. Local ads adorned the edges of the board, supporting the town's heroes. The pride of the valley. Pell's Hardware salutes Big Red's #1 team. These players might have been teenagers, but their stadium was fit for an elite college program.